This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here are today's top stories from Armenia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and the region. One Armenian soldier was shot dead yesterday afternoon when Azerbaijani forces opened fire on his unit's position near the village of Akhbrazor in Armenia's eastern Gegharkunik region. That is according to Armenia's defense ministry, who named the soldier as Vanik Ghazaryan. Meanwhile, Nagorno-Karabakh reported ceasefire violations this morning in the region's north and east. That came as Azerbaijan reported numerous ceasefire violations yesterday and today in and around Nagorno-Karabakh and along the border between Armenia and Azerbaijan. There were no soldiers reported killed in those skirmishes. The authorities in Yerevan and Stepanakert quickly denied Baku's reports as fake news intended to justify further provocations. Azerbaijan did not immediately comment. In their daily bulletin yesterday, Russia's peacekeepers in Nagorno-Karabakh confirmed one ceasefire violation near the town of Shushi, but did not specify which side opened fire first. Russia said it would conduct an investigation into the incident. The uptick in ceasefire violations comes as the humanitarian crisis in Nagorno-Karabakh continues to deepen. Azerbaijan's more than 8-month blockade of Nagorno-Karabakh has pushed the region's roughly 120,000 Armenians to the brink of famine and prompted the former chief prosecutor at the International Criminal Court to warn of genocide. Nagorno-Karabakh's health ministry has said the International Committee of the Red Cross transferred 7 people from Nagorno-Karabakh to Armenia today for urgent medical treatment. The humanitarian organization's Armenia office did not immediately comment. For most of the blockade, Azerbaijan has allowed a limited number of vehicles belonging to the ICRC to travel between Nagorno-Karabakh and Armenia via the Lachin corridor. Since June, Azerbaijan has blocked the organization from bringing essential medications or other humanitarian aid to Nagorno-Karabakh, leaving it able only to conduct medical evacuations. The transfer comes one day after Russian peacekeepers evacuated 41 people from Nagorno-Karabakh to Armenia, the first time in more than 2 months Azerbaijan has allowed Russia to use the Lachin corridor. Those evacuees comprised Russian citizens living in Nagorno-Karabakh and young people who had been admitted to universities in Armenia and abroad, according to Nagorno-Karabakh's state-run info center. Anahit Manasyan, Armenia's human rights defender, has said her office will open a probe into the brutal killing of a trans woman in her Yerevan apartment over the weekend. In a statement today, Manasyan said her staffers would investigate if the murder could be considered a hate crime under Armenian law, and called on social media users to refrain from spreading hate speech and calls for further violence online. On Sunday, the police said they found the 28-year-old woman's body in her burning apartment after neighbors reported the fire. Officers said the woman was apparently stabbed to death before her apartment was set on fire in an apparent attempt to conceal the murder. The police later said they arrested an unnamed 26-year-old suspect as he tried to cross the border from Armenia to Georgia and took him in for questioning. Armenian LGBTQ groups named the woman killed as Adriana and called on authorities to conduct an impartial investigation into the murder. A number of Georgian LGBTQ organizations have issued statements of solidarity. Homophobia and transphobia remains widespread in Armenia, and LGBTQ people in the country regularly face discrimination, harassment, and violence. Recent months have seen an uptick in cases of violence against trans women, according to local activists. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 10. That's the number of children adopted by families in Armenia in the first half of this year, according to the country's state-run statistical committee. For comparison, as of last year, 764 children lived in orphanages in Armenia. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground in Armenia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and the region.